In the year 2001, amidst the bustling streets and quaint cafes of Portland, Oregon, a young man named Kevin Mannis carved out a modest life running a small furniture refinishing business. The aroma of wood shavings and varnish mingled with the earthy scent of freshly brewed coffee, creating a familiar comfort in his workshop. It was here, on a seemingly ordinary day, that Kevin stumbled upon a stack of forgotten relics at an estate sale. The previous owner, an elderly Jewish woman who had miraculously lived to be 103, had just passed away. Her granddaughter, burdened with the memories of a family history marked by tragedy, warned Kevin about one item in particular: a large, solid wood hutch, worn and cloaked in dust. "My grandmother never opened it," she said, her voice shaking slightly. "It's haunted by a dybbuk, a restless spirit that brings misfortune and a terrible smell. She always insisted it was dangerous." A skeptic at heart and an artist by nature, Kevin felt a spark of curiosity rather than fear. Beneath the layers of grime, he saw potential. A beautiful piece of furniture waiting for redemption. With a shrug, he bought the lot, dybbuk box and all. Back in his workshop, the first thing that assaulted Kevin's senses was the smell. It was not merely musty. It was a grotesque concoction of rotten flowers and something indescribable that sent a shiver down his spine. He dismissed it, determined to restore the hutch into something magnificent. As he inspected the cabinet, he noticed it was sealed tight with old, hardened wax, as if protecting whatever lay inside from the world. He began to chip away at it, his unease growing with each passing moment. Finally, the doors creaked open, releasing a fetid cloud of air. Inside, he discovered a disturbing assemblage: two small cast-iron statue heads, their necks bound in wire, a lock of golden hair tied with string, a dried rose, a solitary granite tile, and two small pennies from the 1920s. He removed the items with a mix of fascination and dread, intending to clean the cabinet and prepare it for sale. That night, however, the true nature of the box revealed itself. The stench of rotten flowers filled the workshop, suffocating him. The following morning brought more woes, as every light bulb in the place shattered, leaving him in encroaching darkness. But the worst was yet to come. Night after night, nightmares plagued him. Vivid, horrifying images of an old, hag-like woman with a deformed face standing in his room, whispering malevolently. He woke gasping, the stench clinging to his nostrils, as if the very spirit had invaded his dreams. The chaos extended beyond him. In a desperate bid for safety, he entrusted the hutch to his mother. Within hours, she suffered a massive stroke, her eyes wide with terror as she recounted the oppressive presence she felt upon receiving the box. Alarmed and guilt-ridden, Kevin took the cursed cabinet back. He then passed it to a friend whose business subsequently collapsed, and to his brother, whose marriage fell apart almost immediately. Every attempt to rid himself of the box resulted in an avalanche of misfortune: financial ruin, broken relationships, sudden illnesses. It felt as though the dybbuk was a relentless shadow stalking him and those he cared about. Desperation clawed at him, and in 2003 he decided to sell the box on eBay. In his listing, he was brutally honest, detailing its haunted history and the cascade of calamities that had followed it. Thus began the infamous legend of the dybbuk box. The first buyer was a college student named Iosif Nitsky from Missouri. Only weeks later, he reported nightmares of being choked by an old woman and strange occurrences in his home. Appliances malfunctioned, and he was hospitalized for a severe asthma attack he attributed to the box's foul odor. He, too, hastily sold it, passing the curse along to the next unsuspecting owner. The box found its way to Jason Haxton, a director of a museum of osteopathic medicine. A man of science, he approached it with skepticism, intending to study the box and its lore. Yet the effects were immediate and dire. Jason developed bizarre health problems, hives, unhealing sores, and a relentless cough that stole his breath away. As the nights grew longer, He woke each time at 3:15 a.m. to the sound of his bedroom door creaking open and footsteps approaching his bed. Even his family, once disbelievers in the paranormal, began to feel its grip. His wife saw a dark mass stalking the hallway, and his children spoke of a shadow man lurking in their rooms, terrorizing their dreams. Belief was thrust upon Jason like a weight he could no longer ignore. Determined to end the cycle of suffering, he sought counsel from rabbis and paranormal investigators. He followed their guidance, sealing the box in a specially prepared container, locking it away in a secure, secret location where its malevolent influence could be contained. Jason Haxton, now a believer in the dark power of the Dybbuk, vowed never to reveal the box's whereabouts. To this day, the hutch remains hidden, a locked cabinet holding a locked cabinet, containing a spirit that is still very much awake, an eternal prisoner of its own cursed existence, waiting for the next curious soul to cross its path.